Before we get into the meat of the video, I just want to give a quick kind of life update. I arrived in Dubai a couple days ago, and you probably know this by now, but there's a World Championship match happening in Dubai. It should be really exciting. I'm going to be the official photographer for the event, so I'll be one of the few people that have access in the playing room to take pictures of the players, so it should be really cool. And I thought for this video, it would be a cool experiment to pit the Nepo bot on chess.com. It's like the AI version of Ian Nepomniachtchi against the Play Magnus app. So in this video, we're going to see them against each other. It turned out to be a really cool game. I don't want to share any spoilers beyond that, but I do hope you enjoy the video. It's cool content. It's something a bit different than what I normally do. So before we get into the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes ranging from illustration, design, coding, various types of software. And it's kind of your one-stop shop to learn whatever new skill you want to improve on in your life. Now, one class I can recommend is on iPhone photography and how to take photos like a pro on your phone. Now, I get the question all the time about different photography tips and how to just take really stunning photos. And I think this course is a great kind of beginner entry point, and it offers a lot of just practical advice. It shares the basic principles of photography, how to frame, capture, edit your photos. It has a whole section on how to use Lightroom, which is a very powerful photography software. It's what I use to edit all my photos. Now, I do have a special offer for my subscribers. The first 1,000 people to click the link in the video description will get a 1-month free trial to Skillshare, so you can start learning and discovering everything the platform has to offer. So thanks again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into the Carlsen bot versus Nepo bot. So Play Magnus against Nepo bot. I'm going to be inputting all the moves, but hopefully the game will be visible. I'll offer some commentary. Nepo might do some trash talking. And we're going to start a game not against 5-year-old Magnus, but against 30-year-old Magnus. When was Magnus born? November 30th. Hey, it's almost his birthday. So Magnus is turning 31 this year? Or this week? Wait, what? Unlock level. It's not letting me play him. X4 membership. It's making me pay $3.49 for a monthly membership. Okay, I guess that's worth it for this video. Get rid of ads forever, but probably just for the next month. Take my money. Face ID, beautiful. And here we go. Oh man. So E4 from Nepo. It will be interesting how this compares to like the first game or first few games of World Championship match if the openings align. Magnus plays Laclede, Knight F6. I don't think we're going to see Laclede in any of the World Championship games. Okay, E5. And now Knight D5. D4. So far, this is Laclede theory. Magnus is playing instantly. C4. Knight B6. It is weird to go back and forth between the moves, but okay, so main line, Knight F3, instant Knight C6 from Magnus. And now Pawn E6. What is this? It's some sort of like interesting gambit. Magnus takes right away. I should note if the bishop takes, there's a fork. So let's see how this will transpire. Nepo saying it's not a real game until the blood is spilled. Yeah, question mark. Yeah. Blood isn't usually spilled in chess though. Okay, Knight C3. Pawn E5. I have no idea if this is still theory. Pawn D5. Looks like black is giving back a pawn. Okay, trade on D4. Takes. And now pawn e5 from Magnus. Now the question is Nepo going to en passant? Does he know the rule? Has he Googled it? Hey, it's en passant. Okay, bishop takes e6. So it's equal material. Position's opening up a lot. I do like white's position a bit better. Opening was nice. Bishop d3. Now queen f6 makes sense. Going for a queen trade. Magnus trying to steer the game into positional territory. Now takes, and white castles. Wait, what did I do? Oh, there we go. White castles. Knight takes c4. Looks like a free pawn. But now rook e1. Ooh, black's pieces are a little bit shaky. The bishop's pinned and it's tied down to defend the knight. But knight e5, blocking the file, attacking the bishop. Bishop c2. Seems like white was threatening f4, but king d7, very solid. So Magnus is now up a pawn. Nepo going for compensation. Plays f4, removing the knight from a nice central square. Knight returns to c6. Oh, maybe f5 potentially coming. f5 has come. Bishop supports it from c2. So white has some initiative. Interesting compensation for the pawn. Magnus retreats the bishop back to f7. Nepo plays bishop to f4, completing development of the minor pieces. Now bishop g7, what is this move? I guess black wants to connect the rooks. The bishop is so sad on g7 though. Okay, Nepo just putting the rooks in the center. Arguably has some nice compensation for the pawn. But Magnus is now going for trades. Wants to get off all the rooks. Nepo says no thanks. Plays bishop to e4, blocking the e-file, centralizing the bishop. And now h5, seemingly random move for Magnus, but it does have the point of trading off the really sad bishop. Nepo plays b3, also looking like a random move. h4, wow, Magnus is just pushing his h-pawn, freeing the h5 square for the bishop. And now knight to b5. Nepo maybe looking to sacrifice on d6. Oh, that's kind of a cool idea. Knight e5. Oh, the knight returns to its nice outpost square, but leaves a few pawns hanging on the queen side. Nepo declines to take any of the free-looking pawns. Moves the knight back to d4. Interesting. Now we should keep in mind these are two robots playing against each other, so this game could be long. But so far, all three results are possible. Could be a draw. Either side could still have some winning chances. Knight e6. The knight does not look defended. And Magnus just takes the knight. Pawn takes back. Now if rook takes, there's bishop f5. So maybe king takes. Wow, Magnus up 2 pawns now. Bishop to g6 played. Can the 2 bishops stir up enough compensation? Rook e g8. Getting to the open g file. And now g4. Enticing black to give en passant. Will Magnus do it? Ah, he does. Yeah, opening the h file. The rooks are about to flourish. Bishop takes g3. Yeah, I don't think the bishop pair is enough comp for the fact that black is up 2 pawns now. But white's still trying to fight. Rook f1. Hitting the pawn on f5. Oh no! Did Nepo really just blunder the bishop? I guess the bishop was getting trapped. Wow. Magnus making this look easy. Nepo says wax. What will you do now? What does wax mean in Russian? I didn't see rook d6 coming, but did Magnus see it? Oh, that maybe means shock. Chalk? Like check? I think the W is a CH or SCH. King E7. Ah, if King F7, there's Rook F5. Wow, maybe this was all planned out. King E7, now the knight's hanging. Oh, but there's Bishop D4 check in the end. So Rook F5 played. Black is still up a piece, but white cleaning up some pawns. Knight F4. What is Knight F4? Knight F4 is a crazy move. Before I play this move, look at this move. Knight F4. If the bishop takes, then there's discoveries. X-ray vision on the G-file. Knight F4 also prevents the bishop from defending the rook, so it attacks the rook with the king. That's so crazy. And the knight's like just hanging, like it's two pieces can take it. But I don't think white's going to take it. Rook D1, very calm move back. And now what to do with the knight? Bishop D4. Oh my gosh. This is so beautiful. Bishop D4, leaving the knight attack twice, but unleashing the pin. And now if rook takes D4, there's knight E2 with the triple fork. So the king moves to H1. Now black has two minor pieces hanging, but just goes ahead and takes the free bishop because now the H2 pawn is pinned, and white only has time to take one of these things. So the rook captures a knight. And now Magnus very calmly defends the bishop with the pawn. Nice outpost square. Now it's white kind of gasping for air. King is finding some safe haven on d6. This is not looking good for white. But pawn b4. Okay, the game still goes. White's trying to trade off the remaining pawns. But that's going to be hard to do. You can trade on c5. Not going to help so much. Pawn takes back. Now this is a pass c pawn. I'm getting a scam call. What is this? Decline or accept? I kind of want to accept it and then turn into like Kitboga, but that's probably not the best use of my time. Decline. Oh, where's my app? There's my app. Okay, rook d1. Rook d1? Wait, rook d1, pinning the bishop, but the bishop's defended. Now rook gh3. White has a clear tender target on h2. Rook d2 played, defending the pawn. Still a question, how is black going to break through? King e6. Magnus in firm control. Rook e2 check. Looks like the king might walk up. But no, bishop to e5, walking into a pin. And now rook a4, attacking the undefended pawn. But h2 is also undefended, or not sufficiently defended. Magnus takes it, forcing the trade of rooks. We take, and now king g1, king d5. This is going to be a pretty clean conversion for black. I'm pretty sure even I could win this, but we'll see how Magnus converts it. Rook takes a7, pawn c4, wasting no time. White's just a little bit too slow with everything. Rook d7, king e4. Yeah, black has two ideas here, to go for mate or go for the pawn promotion. White has the idea of queening, but it's going to be too slow. Pawn c3. There's no rook c7 here. So there's rook d1, going for passive defense. Pawn c2. Rook f1. Magnus, or Nepo seems awfully quiet. I don't think Nepo has said anything recently. Okay, rook d2, going for rook d1. A pawn's not going to cut it. Rook d1. Magnus age 30. This is just too strong. King g2. And now the queen is born. Nepo says, okay, but what are you planning to do with this? I think the plan is very clear. Just queen digs rook, and it's made in like 2 or 3, or maybe 4. King f2, queen d2 instantly from Magnus. Check, minor inconvenience. But checkmate is coming. I think checkmate is going to be a major inconvenience. King g1, king f3. Get ready for it. The sad a pawn, which is too slow. Queen c1 mate, the most stylish mate. All right, there were a bunch of mates in one. But queen c1. So Magnus just says checkmate. What will Nepo say? Nepo says probably some... I don't know if I want to guess what that is in Russian. He says something something. I did not expect this. Play again, question mark. Ah, it's not translating. Ah, my screen recording got messed up. So anyway, I hope people enjoy that. If you have comments or feedback or want to see other content like this, let me know in the comments. And stay tuned for more content from Dubai. And I'll see you soon.